So, the obvious first step is, background with Hellboy. What did you know going into this, and then what did you learn throughout the process?
The background going in was they sent me a script and they talked about it, and then I had known the first two movies that were made by Guillermo del Toro and played by Ron Perlman, and I really liked them. And the graphic novel, I knew in my 20s, I discovered it before anything else. And so basically it was, really reinvesting in what we were trying to do in terms of a reimagining. And then really doing a deep dive and going into the dark horse graphic novel world and really understanding that character, the sort of brutality, the bleakness, this mythology, and sort of who he was. And then talking to Mike Mignola, the creator, a lot about what the inspiration for the character was, what he drew from, which, he told me a lot of stuff, and sort of the way he talked about how he created it sort of showed me what was important to him about the character, which was something that I was really wanted to capture. Because it really is his creation, and I wanted to be true to that and really feel like, and so, yeah, I did like a deep dive in that whole world.
So next step, probably getting into shape, and then, the obvious nature of the makeup, like all of these things to make you Hellboy. What was it like going through that?
There was a lot of like power training. The body is a suit and a prosthetic, but underneath it, I got big and I got strong, and I was like lifting lots of very heavy things. It was very difficult, and I'm not good with that stuff. Like, I'm not good at going to the gym and stuff. So that was a whole process.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have that power and that strength and feel that testosterone and all that stuff. And then, of course, there's the makeup and 3 hours a day in the chair and really understanding that makeup and how it works and how your body changes, and that's going to change your voice and that's going to change your bearing and things like that. So, yeah, there was a lot of really detailed work that went into it. And then at the end of the day, like any artist, you do all this preparation, and then on the day you sort of throw it out and you just create like a sprinter. And yeah, it was cool.
It's an intense process.
Yeah, totally wild.
In the film, Hellboy is sort of juggling this. It seems like a sort of typical superhero of trying to figure out good versus evil, but takes a totally different approach. How did you approach that in this role?
Yeah, that was the thing the psychological component that really drew me, was this idea that at its core, it's an identity film. It's like, what is good and evil anyway? He's a half demon who fights for human beings who hate him because they fear him or whatever, and he fights against his brothers and sisters who are monsters, to sort of save this aspect of humanity. So I think there comes very soon in the film this crisis of faith of why am I fighting for this side when this side are the ones that really like me, and maybe I should switch sides.
Where do you think you're going?
To give birth to a new world.
Yeah! By killing a lot of innocent people!
Why do you fight for those who hate and fear you? All I wanted was revenge until I saw you. You can usher in the apocalypse. Out of the ashes, a new Eden will emerge. Leave these frail, pathetic humans behind.
Not only that, but there's an attraction, an actual physical attraction to the villainess in the movie, this Blood Queen. He actually has an identification with her and sort of sees a romantic life with her. And so to struggle with all these ideas, and then, what is he going to choose? That was the real drama of the film to me, is why is he choosing this?
Right.
And hopefully to have the audience kind of go on that ride and wonder themselves, what is sort of good and evil in terms of, but then there are moments in the film when you really understand what evil is, and I think Hellboy himself really understands what evil is and can't be a part of it. But it's a journey of identity. It's a journey of him understanding his place with his father, his place in the world, his place in humanity, understanding human love. It's a real identity piece.